What's up, YouTube? Demi here. I know a lot of you are super anxiously waiting for the patch notes, waiting for league start builds, waiting for build guides, just trying to freak out for Betrayal League, basically. And I'm sorry we can't get out the information sooner than right now. We literally have to wait until we get patch notes, right? Which will be about 2 days before the league starts. It's always 2 days before the league starts, as far as I can tell. For the past 3.5 years, that's been the schedule. So league starts on the 6th. That means we'll get patch notes on the 4th, which is the 3rd right now. So I guess tomorrow. And when that happens, what happens is I'll go over the patch notes on stream, and then I'll post that review onto YouTube, right? And at that point, then we can start making build starter guides. But I know a lot of you want information like right now, so I'm gonna try to just give you some basic tips when you're choosing a starter build and like what you should be thinking about when you're looking at build guides. A lot of people will be like, all right, I want to play MF Wind Ripper for my league start, right? I don't have a Wind Ripper, I don't have a Headhunter, I can't play this build, it's too expensive, I'm not going to do it, right? And they just give up on it. That makes no sense. The skill tree is what you should be looking at when you're deciding whether or not you should do a character, and like the required items, and then figure out what those items are actually for. So Wind Ripper is effectively just a crit bow character that has some elementals, a lot of elemental stuff on the skill tree, right? So that means that you could use any elemental scaling bow skill and be perfectly fine. You could just use like Ellie Hit, you could use Lightning Arrow, Ice Shot, Tornado Shot, Blast Rain, Rain of Arrow. It doesn't matter. The skill tree for a bow character is going to look very, very much the same across all the builds. You're probably going to be like this, and then some cold stuff and some life and all the bow nodes and some crit stuff. Phase Acro, life nodes, more crit projectile. You know, it's like the skill tree for the elemental bow characters has been more or less established for the past couple of years, and it has not changed majorly at all. It's the same thing for like RT melee builds, two-handed resolute technique builds. Like you're gonna take either duelist or marauder start, but the trees are gonna overlap pretty hard. You're gonna take a bunch of two-handed stuff. You're gonna take some life notes or two-handed stuff, whatever, right? And it's like the concept of what you need to do is look at your skill tree for the build. Say you look up, I don't know, what's another random build that people are always trying to ask me about right now? Cast on crit discharge, or cast on crit whatever, right? The skill tree for that character is a bunch of like elemental damage, it's a bunch of area damage, it's a bunch of spell damage, crit multi with spells, right? So that skill tree is not specific to cast on crit. If you take away all the gear of that character, it's just a crit spellcaster. So you could choose any spell, right? You could use like Firestorm, Fireball, Magma Orb, Ball Lightning. It really doesn't matter. Glacial Cascade, Blade Fall, Blade Vortex. I could name skills for hours here, right? What matters is it's a skill that feels good to you. If you want to level Blade Vortex with that same skill tree as a cast on crit character, you probably can. Try it. The thing is, if you don't like that skill, pick up another linked piece of gear from a vendor and just try a different skill with different colors, right? Like it's not super difficult to get like a 3-link setup randomly, right? There's always going to be 3 links from the vendors. You can use 4 links later on when you're higher level from the vendors, and you can just swap your main skill. If you don't like it, just change it. It's not like it's a make or break the character. Your skill tree does not mean you cannot use any other skill except for this one. You have to use this one, right? It's not like that. Another example would be, what's another type of build people are trying to play? Auto Bomber, or Poet's Pen style builds. Poet's Pen's skill tree is again the same. It's area damage, elemental damage, spell damage, so any area damage elemental spell would work just fine. Oh god, I have so much stuff in SSF Hardcore, what the heck? And then like when it comes to the budget of those characters, just remember that you're not going to have any currency at the beginning of the league. So if it says you have to have this item to make the build function, most likely you don't. You're just going to have to find a replacement for it. Most unique items can just be replaced by basic rares. You can just get some random pair of something and it'll be like, yeah, no, this is fine. Look at all those 69s. But yeah, I will be doing that build start video guide. I have this one from last league, which I will link in the description of this video. Majority of the starter builds across the past 3 or 4 years that I've been playing this game have not changed at all. They're just like, they just get slight changes. Usually it's like a couple nodes on skill tree change, some new items will come out that are better than other items, so we'll recommend those instead of the old items, you know? It's nothing crazy, but there's a ton of builds here. There's the two-handed melee skills version, Reeve Blade Flurry, Blade Vortex, Scorching Ray, Righteous Fire, Lightning Trap, Saboteur, Molten Strike, Juggernaut, Wind Ripper, Raider, Magic Vine Raider, Arc Trap, Saboteurs, Frostbolt Hierophants. Like there's a billion builds right now. And all of these builds like are most likely not going to be nerfed. My predictions for nerfs People have been asking about that. I think that Poet's Pen might be on the chopping block. These are all hypothetical. I have no fucking idea, right? Poet's Pen, Scourge Arrow. What else is kind of too strong right now? Zerfie's Flask Pathfinder builds, maybe? Molten Strike, potentially, but it probably wouldn't matter that much. It's just like things that are considered to be OP. Stat stick, dual wield builds are still going to function, even if you take away stat sticks entirely from the builds, even if you take away the dual wielding bonus entirely from dual wielding, it will still be a good build. It'll just be less potential with full mirror tier gear. Remember, most of us will never achieve full mirror tier gear, so that is completely irrelevant. If you like the skill, just play it. But I will go ahead and link this in the description of this video. I want to keep this relatively short. I don't want to ramble at this too long, but if you understand the concepts that I'm trying to like convey here, you'll do a lot better when it comes to picking a starter build. Everything in this game is viable. The only thing that isn't viable is like, oh god, I guess cast on death in hardcore, right? It is viable, but only once. Everything else should work. If you put enough time and effort into it, if you put enough theory crafting, if you ask enough questions about a build, you'll be able to get some help. And if you want further help, you can either come to my stream and ask me. It'll be twitch.tv/Demi. I'll try to remember to put it on the screen. Or you can join my Discord server, which is linked in the description of this video. It's discord.gg/demigodkinglol, which I need to figure out how to change that vanity URL. I haven't figured out how to do that yet as a Discord partner. I think I just have to ask. But you can join that. We have a build help channel. We got crafting advice channel, price check channel. Everything is on there. So just join that. It's free. Anybody can join or come ask me questions on Twitch. I'll do my best to help you guys, but stay patiently waiting for this league start information. I will get everything out as fast as possible as soon as I can, okay? So I'll see you on stream or in Delve. Thanks for watching. That'll be Demi out.